Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. Remember last chapter we finished to complete this batch of the noodle, and this episode I will show you how to make the noodle soup, the ramen noodle soup. First of all, we need to find some reference on Google. I find something like this. You see a ramen noodle, they are not crystal clear, they have some murky, the miso inside the soup, and you can see the volumetric absorption go down when it go deeper, and it will the noodle will disappear. But on the top of it, you can still see a bit of it. So I want to simulate this texture. So let's get started. First of all, we open the file from last time, and you can see. But last time I make the bowl in black color, so I need to make it in white. Okay, my computer is so slow. Yeah, I make it in white, otherwise you can't really see the soup. So, okay, let's start it. So we don't need to model the soup from scratch because we have the bowl already. We only have to okay, we use the edge to select the top about around here, just above the noodle level. Duplicate, Shift D to duplicate, Shift D to duplicate, and then F to fill up, and P to separate this selection. We go back to object mode, select the plane we just create from the bowl. Okay, go to edit mode. First, we need to press S to scale it up a very tiny little bit, just a touch. Okay, wait. Okay, this is the surface of the soup. It just have to slightly touch the edge of the bowl, just a little bit. Okay, we go back to edit mode. We press I to inset a tiny bit to create the the liquid. When it touches the surface of the bowl, it will have some tension, some physics thing. You can see that, yeah, if you watch the video from Blender Google, Andrew Price explained already, so I just do the same thing. Okay, Control B to create a few loop cuts. I think 3 loop cuts is pretty much enough. Pull it down a little bit more. Okay, since we create these faces, this plane from the bowl, and we need to be careful because maybe the normal is incorrect. How to check the normals? You can here press the little arrow and come to face orientation. If you see red, that means the normal is flipped. So we need to flip it back to blue. Blue is the outside, the red is the inside. Okay, again, flip normals. Okay, now it's in blue. Okay, go back to the normal view. And we need to create 3 layers. I do so many experiments until I get it right. I just found it out accidentally. If I create 3 layers, the top layer is the bubble, the oil bubbles of the soup, and the second layer is just a duplicate to make the volumetric works better, and the third layer is the murky looking of the miso inside, underneath the oil, the surface. So we select the whole surface and duplicate, Shift D and press Z to pull it down a tiny bit, not too far, just a bit, and scale it inside the bowl a little bit, and create one more. So we don't need this tension area, we only need the circle inside of it, or you can just draw a circle, it's really up to you. Okay, face, okay, duplicate, Shift D and Z, pull it down. This will be the miso. Okay, the top layer, second layer, third layer. Now, okay, we can start it. We go to 0 camera mode, and then turn on the render view. Make sure we turn on the render region so it saves a bit of time. Otherwise, it will render the whole screen. Okay, here the material. I tested before. Yeah, because we duplicate this soup surface from the bowl, so we need to first of all delete the bowl material and create a new one. So I call it soup surface. Okay, surface. Okay, first transmission 1, so it's like glass at all, and the roughness 0. Okay. And then, because when the oil floating on the water or liquid whatever, the roughness is uneven. You will see the bubble. If you see through the bubble, it's completely clear. But between the bubble is a little bit a little bit roughness. So we want to simulate that looking. We copy another principal shade and then give it the roughness about 0.5 and make shader. And then before I show you this bubble texture, now it's time to use it, but almost forget. Okay, we need to unwrap this thing first. All the layer. Press A, select all, and U unwrap. Okay, done. But okay. Wait, no, I need to separate them. I need to do them one by one. Okay, L, U, and then this one. Because I want to use the whole image of the texture. Otherwise, it will separate into 3 circles on top of the texture. Okay, go back. Switch back to random mode. Now I can pull this guy into the shader editor, which is this image. Okay, non-color, and put it to the factor. Not done yet, but almost. Add one more shader is the volume absorption. So we plug it into the volume. If you want to preview which one is the black, which one is the white, if you turn on the okay, we go to the preference. Where's the preference? Preference. The add-on. Find no wrangler. It always turn it on. Make your life easier. So hold Control Shift and click this shader. No, click this texture. Then it will come up with a preview like this. Okay. So the white is the bubble. The black is the liquid. Okay, good. So maybe sometime we have to flip the shader to find a better looking. Sometimes right, sometimes wrong. You need to try some. Okay, now the bubble is done. And then now start playing around with the volume absorption. We need to give a very tiny bit of yellowish color, because since when we crank up the density, it will goes really dark. So here is unnecessary we don't need any darkness here. We just turn it up to the brightest color and give very little bit of yellow, because you know usually the soup is yellow, orangey. Yeah, you know. And density in the Andrew Price tutorial, it will crank up to like 700, 800. But I find in my tutorial, I just need maybe 10 or 7. It looks pretty good already. And yeah, almost forgot the IOR. Yeah, usually we will use the actual IOR, like water 1.33 and the glass is 1.45. But here I find it doesn't work so well. I need to cheat a bit. Like 1.1 is pretty good. What the hell? Send me message. Oh. And here also 1.1. 1.1 is almost transparent, but still have a little bit of refraction. And here you see now the color getting close, but a bit too red. Okay, I don't like this color picker. Really hard to find actual color. It always go too red, but I want yellow. And then final, the bubble on the edge of the bowl, just like the real thing. No, okay, they have very tiny bit, but sometimes the ramen soup they have plenty of bubbles. It's not a bad thing to add some bubble, more bubbles. Okay, so we copy this principal shader to be the bubble, the texture of a bubble. Okay, so now you can see it, and then coffee top build, we put this guy in, and then duplicate the mix shader, plug in this one to be to the factor, and then top one to the top, and then this shader go here. Okay, and wait. Maybe we need to scale larger or smaller to adjust the amount of the bubble on the edge. If too much bubble, it looks quite disgusting. Okay, it looks pretty good, but better check out the UV editor. Okay, edit more. Okay, this is the top layer. Okay, this is the top layer. The top layer, the bubble come up to here is too much, so I want to scale it down a bit. I only need this much of bubble. And the second layer, not quite necessary. Control L, select the whole thing, and then so I scale it even smaller. And third one, doesn't matter, we will apply another material. So okay, go back to here and check it out again. And like I said before, sometimes you need to flip the shader because maybe you get the wrong output. Be quick, please. I think in my tutorial I waste too much time to wait for this guy to render stuff. But I like the volume effect now. It looks quite realistic. Okay, the basic soup is complete, and one more thing, the miso. Okay, now we create one more material called, of course, the miso. Miso, is it called miso? I don't know. Miso, whatever. Okay, the you know where the taste come from. And okay, get out from the random mode. Here, I want the bottom layer to be the miso. So the light will penetrate from the top and the second layer and then see through it until you reach the miso layer. Okay, how? But we need to apply to the bottom layer first. Okay, now we are selecting the third layer, miso, assign first, and then rework later. No. Okay, it's good. So we need the smoky cloud, like a smoke texture. How to do it? I think you can guess. Yes, the noise texture. Yeah, here. Turn on the render again. So make sure we can see it. And then plug it to the base color. But because the default noise texture, it come with some color. So we need to turn it black and white. So we need the converter color ramp. Okay, Control Shift so we can see how it looks like now. Damn, yeah. But it's okay. The top layer of the oil cover the miso layer, so now a little bit hard to see, but we can still see through it. It should be like this, and I forgot to turn the transmission to 1, and the IOR should be 1.1. Everything should be the same, right? We need a bit more black, I think. Okay, better see here. Easier to handle. Okay, and this part, the black and the contrast now is too strong, so I want to dim it down. And then the miso color should be always in. Yeah. Forgot. This should not plug into the base color. It should be go to the factor. So I need another shader. Emission. Where is it? Emission. Yeah. And then make shader again, of course. I forgot. Sorry. Sorry, everyone. Okay, plug this guy to the factor. What? Should not be the principal, should be the transparent. So we don't need to see the. If it's not miso, it should be invisible. Yeah. Okay. Now it should be good. But okay, maybe swap it. Okay. So does it work? Not? Yeah. Now we can see the preview. But the color looks funny. The emission, maybe we need to put some yellow to it. And later on, we need to fix the volume absorption on the soup surface layer. So now, because it looks too orangey, since we put the miso layer underneath, so now everything looks a little bit too red. But if you don't mind, you just can keep it. But to save time, I don't want to spend time on that now. It's not too important. Okay, so it's time to fix the volume absorption. Maybe 7 too strong, maybe 5. See what happened. Does it look better? Yeah, it looks okay. Not too bad. Maybe the base color, is it on the top? Yeah. Make sure it's at the brightest level. Yeah. Okay, one more thing is completely optional. Before we have the bubble on the edge of the soup, so we want to put some bumps on that, so we can use the same layer, the coffee top view layer, plug it to the normal, and then give the vector, give a bump shader to it, but plug to the height. Hey, why is so dark? Okay, it takes time. Oh my god. Okay, I better just render it and you can see the final result, so you don't have to wait with me. Okay, I will come back later. Hey, this is the render result. In the meanwhile, I go take a shower. So now it looks like this. It looks, I think I'm happy with it. I can see some the oil on top on the surface, and here maybe need to fine tune it a bit, but so far it's quite nice. And the miso, the cloudy texture is there. So actually, we will add more ingredients, around the noodle. So later on, it will look fantastic and more decoration on the bowl. Then that's all. That's all you need to do. And then the table, the environment, lightings, and yeah. So that's all about it. This is for me because this is I had a field project making noodles. I feel this is the most difficult part to do, and making the pork and the other ingredients is kind of easy, just modeling and it's very simple UV wrap. So this is about my tutorial, and I know my flow is quite messy. So later on, I will capture all my note, the screen of the note capture, and then I will keep it in my website, and I will keep the link in the description box inside, and then you can just go to the link and download everything. You got download the texture and then download the note setting and everything. So I think that's all for this tutorial. I was thinking, maybe make one more for making the ingredients, but I think there's just some very normal modeling. It depends. If I have the time, I will do it. But I think this should be the end. So when I have new idea to make another new tutorial, I will come back to you soon. So see you later. Bye bye.